YTBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. Woo, boy, get ready for this one. Shannon Briggs. Shannon get beat up and knocked out Briggs, okay? Deontay Wilder, he was taking photos and, he was talking to some fans and talking to some media. And, Shannon Briggs, his old big dumb self, he came over there and he point blank just said, hey champ, you need to come fight me. You need to fight me. Deontay, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't done this. You ain't done that. And so basically, Deontay said, what did you do? All you've been doing your career is getting knocked out. And, Shannon Briggs was trying to, he was trying to use that same tactic that he was using, with the Klitschko. He was, just taunting him, man. Taunting him like, he was doing Vladimir, like he ate his lunch and just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Well, now he started that with Deontay Wilder, and I found it funny because, guys, I have to be honest. I don't think that fight would ever happen, but I think if Deontay Wilder got in the ring with Shannon Briggs, he would probably beat the living piss out of Shannon Briggs. I mean, he would probably whoop his ass. And I'm just being point blank honest, okay? He would beat him down. There's no way that Shannon Briggs could beat Deontay Wilder. And I think Shannon Briggs is still trying to find a way to be relevant. He's still running around, taunting this person and that person, and he's still trying to find a way to be relevant in the sport of boxing. And I'm thinking to myself, Shannon, brother, you need to hang it up, man. It's time to go retire, man. Go be a trainer. Go be something, Shannon Briggs. I'm talking to you, okay? I'm talking to you. You've had an okay career, I thought that I thought you got beat up in a number of fights, okay? I mean, you run that big mouth, dude. Your skill set, dude, you have relatively no skill set, okay? You throw these wide looping punches. Your jabs suck. Okay, you look like a bodybuilder that's a boxer, okay? You should go into bodybuilding, Shannon Briggs, because that's what you look like. You look like a bodybuilder. You look like a bald head, cue ball head bodybuilder. That's what you look like, okay? And dude, you're making a fool out of yourself, okay? You could never beat the Bronze Bomber. You couldn't beat him. You couldn't beat him in a ring. You couldn't beat him on the street. Look, you couldn't even beat him to the toilet, Shannon Briggs. Retire, man. Retire. I don't know if you need it for the money. Shannon, I don't know what's going on with you, brother. You need to go sit down somewhere, man. I mean, and he's another one of those delusional people in the sport of boxing. And the number of delusional people is growing in the sport of boxing. You got Amir Khan over here. You got Canelo now. He's delusional. Okay? And now you got Shannon Briggs running around here acting like he ain't got no sense. I mean, what is it? What is it with this guy? And I know I really, really, really give certain fighters a hard time. And guys, I don't know. I can't help it. I'm just going to reenact, okay? I'm going to reenact what Shannon Briggs was doing, y'all. And it was funny, okay? Here's a reenactment, and, shout out to my boy Stop Lying. I'm going to reenact what Shannon Briggs was saying to Deontay Wilder. There's a belt over there. There's a belt over there. I want that belt. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. You need to fight me, champ. Then you got Deontay Wilder talking about, hey, this ain't no Klitschko. Now you can't get with the Bronze Bomber like that because you come on up in here, you get your ass whooped. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. I ain't afraid of you. Hey, let's get in the ring, champ. Who have I fought, champ? I fought Klitschko, champ. I fought Lennox Lewis, champ. But you got knocked out in all those fights. You got knocked out. You ain't never been no champ. Hey, I'm the world Hey, I'm going to tell you what. I'm the WBO champion. And that's who I am. I'm the Bronze Bomber. My name Deontay Wilder. I'll knock any man out. Your record ain't nothing, champ. Your record ain't nothing. You ain't fought nobody, champ. You ain't fought nobody, champ. And that's what was going on at this press conference, man. I mean, it was really, really classless of Shannon Briggs, okay? It was classless, man. And I'm laughing at him the whole time, guys, because it was funny. But Shannon Briggs, you are not relevant, okay? You're not relevant. You need to get out the sport of boxing. You need to get out. You need to take your old self somewhere. Why don't you become a trainer, okay? Why don't you become a trainer? Why don't you learn and give people the art? Because sometimes some sorry fighters like yourself, Shannon Briggs, they become outstanding trainers. Or Shannon, why don't you become a promoter? Dude, I think you'd be a great promoter because you got the gift of gab, man. You know how to sell stuff, man. You can sell a fight. Nobody will buy a fight with you and Wilder because they know Wilder will beat you down. You need to get out the sport of boxing, Shannon Briggs. You need to get out. Okay, you're not relevant. And it's like this dude will find out. I think he got a mental problem. He'll find out where people are going to be at press conferences, and he'll show up there, causing a big old scene, causing a commotion. And I'm sitting here thinking, and then, you see his boys, you see the guys that's with him, people who still think he's relevant. You think them being his friend. Well, Shannon, man. Hey, man, you need to go and tone it down, man. Look, man, come on, let's just go, man. Let's rethink things. But he ain't got no real friends in the circle, man. He ain't got no real friends. He got these idiots that surround him. That's sitting there laughing, Now, he knowing good and well if he got in that ring with Deontay Wilder, man, he would get hurt, man. Deontay Wilder would hurt this dude. I'm talking about hurt him, okay? And it's like, there's no reason to injure yourself further, Shannon Briggs. There's no reason. Dude, Shannon Briggs, you took some brutal knockouts in the sport of boxing, man. You were knocked out brutally on several occasions. So, why even induce Deontay Wilder to hurt you? Because if he got you in the ring, he is going to beat the living. Man, he gonna beat that beard off of your face, man. He gonna beat you, man, until you cannot be beat anymore. That's how bad you would suffer a beating if you got in that ring with Deontay Wilder, okay? Deontay Wilder's gonna get in the ring. He'll get in the ring with Klitschko. He's going to dismantle Klitschko. It's going to be an easy task for him. And Shannon, if you decide that, hey, I want to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder, I really want to get in the ring. Okay. Well, you're thinking about suicide because he is going to hurt you, okay? He is going to hurt you, and he's going to put you in the hospital, okay? Match for these guys, these young guys, man. You can't do it. You're not a Bernard Hopkins, man, and you don't even take care of yourself like that, man. You stay in pretty good shape, like lifting-wise, but, dude, you don't look like a fighter anymore. You look like an overhyped bodybuilder, man. And honestly, if there was nobody around, Deontay Wilder probably could have beat you up standing right there. And that's just the way that is, okay? You got Shannon, man. I don't know, man. I guess some of these guys just don't know when to hang up the gloves. They just don't know. They just don't have a clue. Hey, listen, I need to stop boxing, okay? Some people don't get it. Some people just don't get it. I tell you what, you ask Muhammad Ali, did he fight too long? You ask Freddie Roach, did he stay in the game too long? You ask Floyd Mayweather Sr., did he stay in the game too long? You ask Roger Mayweather, did he stay in the game too long? Look at James Toney. Look at all these guys, man, that stayed in too long. Guys, they can't speak. They can't speak a coherent sentence. They can't put their thoughts together anymore. These guys can no longer do these things because they've stayed in the game too long. And, Shannon, at a point in time, dude, it's going to happen to you, man, if you stay in the game. Even Roy Jones Jr., God bless him, man. I wish Roy Jones Jr. get out the game too, man. I wish they get out because these guys are incoherent. But they're not going to stop. Shannon Briggs, Roy Jones, they're not going to stop until they are brutally incapacitated. And I hate to say it, but, that's just the way it is. I guarantee you put Shannon Briggs in now with, some amateur or some guy, just turning pro, they could probably beat him because, dude, when you get older, your skill set diminishes. That's just a form of life. That's just a form of life, okay? You guys give me your thoughts on this. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. Subscribe. I'm done.